My mom will look at me so many times a year and say, God, you're just like her.
I have made a very conscious effort to not discuss Taylor and Travis on this podcast. People do not realize that you at home, you have your family. And in your family, you might have a brother-in-law and they might be dating someone. You might have a soon-to-be sister-in-law, but you have a relationship personally with them that no one else is involved in because it's your relationship. And so I don't need to come out here and make statements when I already talked to them. You see what I'm saying? I don't need you to clickbait my shit. I don't need you to take my comments and try and dissect it. I think it goes without being said. I am so incredibly happy for them. We are so excited that they are taking this next step. The girls are so excited to get another aunt. I am so truly happy for them. And I feel so grateful that we get to welcome Taylor into our family in a more official capacity. But it's our private relationship. So that's my brother-in-law, Travis, and my soon-to-be sister-in-law, Taylor. And so I don't need to talk about them all the time. Our relationship is private between us. And so it's okay that time made it so that we didn't congratulate them in the last episode. And also that I don't always have to comment on what they're doing in their lives because I can just text them and talk to them.
This baby doesn't even have two T's. I said it. It's been the number one question on this show. There's been at least 62,000 headlines written about it. And I'm, of course, talking about our newborn daughter's name. Half the comments on our YouTube channel are just names with zero context. Overwhelming. Well, I'm delighted to say this saga has officially concluded. And I warned you. So all the people who are going to be triggered by the fact that this name does not have two T's, I warned you. I gave you fair warning. I said, you know what? There's a decent chance that this baby doesn't even have two T's. I said it. Roll the clip. If we don't have two T's, it's okay. And she's still one of us. It was a journey. We, for the first 24 hours of her life, she did not have a name, I would say. We had an idea. We had discussed names with anyone that we could trust to not share names. And we didn't go with a single option that we had been discussing. So there's that. Her name is Finley and Kelce. We plan to call her Finn for short. We picked her name when the time came to fill out the paperwork so we could get discharged.
Fans of the Kelce family and Taylor Swift fans in general have their own opinions, and most importantly, they have pointed out that the name Finley is clearly closely related to the pop star. Finn, the deep and meaningful name, was chosen by Kylie and Jason as an honor for Taylor Swift, the girl's godmother. Fans have pointed out that the Kelce family was inspired by Marjorie Finley, Andrea's mother and the grandmother of pop star Taylor Swift. She was a famous opera singer and television personality in the 50s. Taylor Swift herself dedicated the songs Marjorie and Timeless to her in honor of her golden voice.
I'd open up my grandmother's closet and she had beautiful dresses from the 60s. I wish I'd asked her where she wore every single one of them. She was a singer and my mom will look at me so many times a year and say, God, you're just like her. When I'll, some mannerism that I don't recognize as being anyone other than mine. Yeah, she died when I was 13 and she died almost, I think it was when I was on a trip to Nashville to try and make it and to try to hand out my demo CD to record labels and things like that. So there were pretty insane coincidences like that. And, I've always felt that thing, like I've always just sort of felt like she was seeing this, because we have to sort of do that. But one of the things about this song that kind of still rips me apart when I listen to it is that she's singing with me on this song. My mom found a bunch of her old records, a bunch of old vinyls of her singing opera, and I sent them to Aaron, and he added them to the song. And
wow.
So it says, if I didn't know better, I think you were singing to me now. And then you hear Marjorie actually sing, my grandmother. And it's moments like that on the record that just make you feel like your whole heart is in this whole thing that you're doing. It's all of you that you put into these things.
Now that Taylor Swift is a member of the Kelce clan, it was Kylie, her sister-in-law, who was the first to welcome the music star into their family. She even shared what her and husband Jason Kelce's 4 daughters, Wyatt 5, Elliot 4, Bennett 2, and Finn for months, think about having Swift as an aunt. The girls are thrilled. They're so excited they're getting another aunt, and we could not be more excited for them and what the future holds. We love, and we love Taylor and Trav, she gushed. The interview aired during GMA's recurring Play of the Day segment, which highlighted the Philadelphia Eagles' first game of the 2025 NFL season. Kylie attended the game and spent time during it hanging out with a 5-year-old boy named Billy who she met through the Eagles Autism Foundation and brought out onto the field for a special experience. The Eagles organization is synonymous with Eagles Autism Foundation and the work that they're doing, putting funds behind projects that are impacting the autism community every single day, she said. Though Kylie has stayed mostly mum on the romance between the NFL player and the singer, she did give a nod to Swift's recent internet-breaking appearance on the New Heights podcast on August 13th. On her Not Gonna Lie podcast on August 14th, she quickly addressed the major moment by sharing, officially no longer the record holder for the most watched episode of the other podcast. There's no way it's even close, and I love that for me. Throughout the So High School Singer's lengthy episode, Swift referenced spending time with Kylie as well as her and Jason's 4 girls. You're exactly as I thought you would be. Kylie is exactly as I thought she would be, just like the realest, the smartest, the coolest. You're fantastic. Obviously, you know that, Swift told Jason, 37, during the episode. She also referenced Jason's daughters while discussing her newfound love of baking sourdough bread. This one I've been workshopping for the girls because they love everything rainbow, funfetti sourdough, she added, because they love sprinkles. Like we put sprinkles in everything when we hang out. Swift also shared a story about how Kylie and Jason Kelce's 4 daughters met her cats after their dad had told them cats are poisonous. It was actually really a great challenge because as soon as I got the kids around the cats, it was my goal to prove to them that they weren't poisonous, Swift said, referencing her 3 cats Meredith, Olivia, and Benjamin. And there's no better way to prove that than to just hand them Benjamin, my ragdoll cat who lets humans hold him like he's a baby. And I mean, like, my favorite thing ever is just like when Benny will come up to me and just go, I find Benjamin, I find him. And she's just like over there, just like laying with him and petting him and holding him. Back with exciting news ahead of an exciting weekend for Taylor Swift in Kansas City as the Chiefs host the Eagles. The pop star is once again making headlines, and this time not just because of her relationship with Travis Kelce, star of the Kansas City Chiefs, but for the release the official behind the curtain of new album, The Life of a Showgirl, includes tons of Travis Kelce footage on the Eras tour and behind the scenes at Travis' Kansas mansion, as well as footage that will be filmed at the hospital in LA when Scott has heart surgery. iTunes has announced an exclusive digital-only version of Taylor Swift's The Life of a Showgirl, which will be released with an exclusive cover and a behind-the-scenes video titled A Look Behind the Curtain, all dropping on October 3rd. Fans can purchase the album featuring the 12 tracks on iTunes with the exclusive cover and be able to watch the video, clocking in at 2 minutes and 41 seconds, featuring Taylor herself detailing inspirations behind the album, according to the description from iTunes. The official iTunes account shared the announcement on X over 6 years since they last posted anything. Pre-order Taylor Swift's 12th album, and when it's released on October 3rd, you'll get an exclusive video from Taylor herself detailing inspirations behind the album, reads a description. Swift confirmed last month that her 12th album is on the way, revealing the title and cover on the New Heights podcast with her now fiancé Travis Kelce and his brother Jason Kelce. It was something that I was working on while I was in Europe on the Eras tour. I just love it. I just love it a lot, Swift said during the August 13th interview. I love music. Swift explained that she flew to Sweden during her downtime on tour to record with producers Max Martin and Shellback. Working on this, I was physically exhausted at this point in the tour, but I was so mentally stimulated and so excited to be creating. We've made songs that I'm so proud of, she continued. We've never made an album before where it's just the three of us. According to Swift, the process felt like catching lightning in a bottle, honestly. Travis, 35, described the album as being full of bangers, with Swift going on to share more insight into her inspiration. This album is about what was going on behind the scenes in my inner life during this tour, which was so exuberant and electric and vibrant, she gushed. It comes from the most infectiously joyful, wild, dramatic place I was in my life. So that effervescence has come through on this record. Like you said, bangers. This is the record I've been wanting to make for a very long time. Swift has since revealed several vinyl variants of the new album, each with jaw-dropping covers embracing the showgirl theme. Following the pair's engagement news, the couple announced their milestone on August 26th. After 2 years of dating, Travis continued to tease Swifties with previews of his future wife's new music. I'm gonna go ahead and keep poking the bear to all the Swifties, he joked on New Heights last month. I keep listening to this album and I know she mentioned that it's gonna be a lot more pop beats and everything, but it's still so poetic and her melodies and her references and stuff. Travis added that The Life of a Showgirl is just so much fun to listen to before identifying his favorite song. I'm not a politician, Jason, he replied. I think Opalite might be my favorite though. At least right now, every time it comes on, I always catch myself vibing. The Life of a Showgirl officially drops October 3rd.